So harrowing and powerful first feature from Daniel and Matthew Wolfe. And what's interesting about this is it has a down-to-earth story. It's a cross-cultural relationship which inspires violent family reprisals. And on the one hand, the story has this kind of grim, miserablest, realist tone to it. Although the phrase honour killings is never used in the film, it's clearly there are references towards that very early on in the film. We see there's a couple and they are hiding out in a caravan. There are two groups of people, one British Asian, one white, searching for them. At one point we see somebody cutting a sheet of plastic to line the back of a car, and this is laced with with dread. But what's interesting about the film is that although it has that thread to it, in fact it also has a magic about it which takes it way beyond realism, much more into the realms of something like the work of Lynn Ramsey or the work of Clive Barnard. It is beautifully photographed by Robbie Ryan, shooting I think on 35mm, who finds fairy tale, dark, sort of grim fairy tale images in the country dark of the Yorkshire moors, in the unforgiving glare of a neon and a fluorescent light, in a scene of someone dancing to Patti Smith's horses. It has an absolutely terrific central performance by Samina Jabin Ahmed, who is a newcomer, who I think this is the first film in which she starred, who is completely convincing as Laila, who is the centre of this search, these people searching for her and her boyfriend then find themselves on the run. The film has a very, very tough edge, and certainly when it moves into its final movement, that toughness becomes almost intolerable. But all the way through that, the whole thing is universalized by this kind of expressionist imagery, superb use of visuals and music together to create something which, as I said, is almost fairy tale, almost magic realist. So on the one hand, it has its feet firmly grounded in those traditions of British realism. On the other hand, it is looking at something that's strangely and tangibly transcendent. Terrific performances, very convincing performances, I have to say, all the way through. You absolutely believe in these characters. And, if you see, the cinematography is quite breathtaking. And the way in which this kaleidoscopic kind of collage of images come together takes the story out of something specific and into something more universal, into something more mythical, into something almost fabulous.